I get very irritated very quickly when people bang on about Audi, saying they all look, sound and feel exactly the same. I think it's a load of rubbish personally. To prove the point then, we need a really good Audi, and there aren't many better than the A7 S-Line Sportback.
Yes! 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 Best day ever! Push the button. Engage coolness. Oh! Oh wow, this thing is so cool. We started the series with an Audi. Seems like a year ago. And I'm so glad to be back in one again. This is a good one too. See, immediately, as soon as I saw the spec of this car, I got excited because I saw the word S-Line. You see, BMW have Alpina, Mercedes have AMG, and Audi has S-Line. Whoa! What a rocket ship! What a rocket ship! Yeah, baby! Oh, that throttle has so much bite! It's like, nope, not going fast enough, not going fast enough. Oh wow, this thing is so cool. Right, so sat nav. Apparently I can use voice control. So let's do some voice control, shall we? Malden.
This station could not be found.
Okay. Oh, I know what it's trying to do. It's trying to get me hooked up to radio. I don't want radio, actually. I want a different function. I don't want to play with the radio. I want to play with something else. Can I play with something else, please?
Okay, so I'm rubbish with computers, but I have got an idea.
A quick test of how efficient this Audi is. I have yet to come across a Bluetooth system in a car that can accommodate my drug burners mobile. Yes, I know it's cheap. Yes, I know it's not a smartphone, but it does the job, and I'm happy with that. So, this phone does actually have Bluetooth on it, so can I get the Bluetooth on this age-old phone to link up with the Bluetooth system in this car? Find my device, find my device. Yes! Yes! It's found it! We found a car with a Bluetooth system that accommodates the drug burner mobile. Yes! Well done, Audi. That's another victory. That's another victory. And that one's way more important than any Le Mans 24-hour. Yes! The thing I automatically love about this as well is I'm barely putting on the throttle, and not only am I getting a lot of horsepower and speed from this car, but the gears are changing very quickly. This thing is clearly trying to be fuel efficient. It's trying to save me money. Yes! I like it. But also, it's letting me have fun while I do that. Of course, I grew up in the era of the British Touring Car Championship in the 90s when Audi were one of the big manufacturers. You had your likes of Frank Bieler coming over to Great Britain and showing everybody how to race a touring car. And those Audis were magnificent. And all that motor racing pedigree that Audi have been great at in the worlds of touring cars, the DTM, and of course Le Mans since 1999. All of that is coming through to everything they put out on the roads pretty much. It's amazing to consider that everything this Audi does, it does incredibly well. It's fast, it's smooth, it's precise, it's efficient, it's economic, it's fun, it's joyous, even to the very slightest dab of the throttle. It wants to come and play with me. Oh, wow! This thing is magnificent. If I ever win the lottery or, invent something that is better than the wheel, I wouldn't mind driving around in one of these. Of all the saloons I've driven in the last few weeks, this might just be the very best. See, Audi launched this in 2009 and it was going to be the ultimate rival to the Mercedes-Benz CLS class. I've driven that, and I have to say, not only is it a good adversary, I think the CLS class needs to pull its socks up a bit. On looks, it may slightly win. On everything else, I think the Audi may have outfoxed it. It's just brilliant. But Audi do this with everything they own, pretty much. They make their best product even better, and then they say, no, we can make it even better. And then they say, no, actually, we can make that even better. We can keep going, we can keep going. And then just as they're about to put it into production, somebody turns around and says, wait, I've just thought of something else. They're so good at this. And that's why some of the hottest people on the planet own Audis. They all own Audis. Kevin Costner, Ben Affleck, Jessica Biel, Miley Cyrus, Daniel Craig, Jude Law, Hugh Grant, Sienna Miller, even David Hasselhoff. It's just brilliant, so smooth on the roundabout, and then boom, on the throttle. Woo! For a moment there, we just became a missile launcher. No, forget that. We became the guided missile. Even the seating position, it makes it feel a bit racy. I don't even know how they managed to do that, but some saloon cars, they feel efficient, reasonable, practical. This doesn't. This feels awesome. I feel like Tom Christensen sat here.
Right, time for the big question. Being an Audi, how much Vorsprung durch Technik do you actually get for your money?
Now, I can be fun and I can be throwing this car around, but what you guys really need to know is how good an investment is it? Well, with this 3-litre TDI engine, you obviously get the very best of diesel from Audi. And let's not forget, Audi are the kings of the diesel engine. They just are. They just are. There's no argument there. I'm not going to go into any of these ridiculous car scandals about emissions. That's a Volkswagen thing, and yes, Audi does get affected by it, blah 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 blah, but Audi are still the best diesel makers on the planet, bar none. End of discussion. But with this S-Line Sportback S-Tronic Quattro upgrade, this thing has just gone into a different level. 0 to 62, 6.8 seconds. From a luxury sedan that's 3 litres and a diesel. Top speed, 149 miles an hour. See, if you're looking to get to a business meeting looking smart, you can arrive in style and class and sophistication at a few miles an hour, ticking over on the cruise control. And yet, if you fancy being a little bit mad, you just switch on sport mode, and all of a sudden, the whole universe goes insane around you. And you become part of this world full of words like Nürburgring and Nordschleife and Le Mans. Oh, what a car, what a machine. 218 brake horsepower. Yep, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it under my right foot, actually. Yep, I feel that. I feel 218 brake horsepower. I feel it. But what's really astonishing is if you're trying to save money with this thing, the gearbox is obviously doing what it does to give you miles to the gallon. How many miles to the gallon if you're really trying? 52.3. 52.3 miles to the gallon in a baby Le Mans rocket ship. How on earth do they do that? How do they do that? Enzo Ferrari once said, anyone can make a car go slow. It takes a genius to make it go fast. Well, I think Audi have stepped beyond that zone because they have a genius that makes the car go fast. They have a genius that makes the gearbox so responsive. They have a genius that makes the gearbox so efficient. They've got a genius that makes the drive of this car so smooth. They've got a genius that makes this car feel like a racing car. And they've got several geniuses that make this car so luxurious. It genuinely enwraps you in glamour. If James Bond were German, I think he would drive this.
As far as I'm concerned, Mercedes and BMW need to go back to the drawing board, because Audi have the luxury sedan well and truly nailed.